Hey everybody, we're getting ready to start. Hope you're having a wonderful day all across the good old US of A. All right. So we're getting ready to get on this channel. Hope everyone's doing good. We got a fun show for you today. And I need to get everything ready. It's just us. And let's get ready to rock. All right, it's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock where we're at anyway. Are you guys ready to light this candle? I'm ready. Let's get going.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Wednesday Drive on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday all across the good old US of A. I know we're having fun here in the studio down at the Outdoors Dan Crib. So we're going to have a fun show for you. I got a lot to tell you between now and 5:30. About 5:30, 5:25, I'm going to get Larry McCoy on from Respect the Game TV. We're going to be talking about deer tactics. Hey, Matt, how you doing, Skippy? Skippy says, yes, you entering the Outdoor Dan information zone. That's very kind of you, Skippy. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you for that. That's awful kind of you, man. Very, very kind of you, buddy. So we got a lot to do and a short time to get there, so we're going to get at it. The Wednesday Drive is brought to you by the fine folks at the Milo Locker, who I want to thank, Daryl and Ange, down there in Milo, Iowa. We're going to be having free deer processing certificates to be given away here. I'd say about 2-3 weeks we should start having those in-house, so we'll start awarding those out to listeners. Matt, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. Skippy, thank you very much. It's Wednesday, Dan. Todd, good afternoon. How you doing? Good morning, Don, or good afternoon, Don. How you doing there, buddy? Good to see you. So we got teal season starting next week. We got dove season starting. We got early season. When we get Larry on, Larry's going to go and take advantage of some early season hunts. I think he's going to hit Kentucky, but we'll get into that when we get Larry on the line. And we'll talk about that as well with some other stuff. So, but thanks to the Milo Locker, we appreciate them. I know they had a busy fair season, so I know they're getting ready to help everybody with their harvest as we get closer. The urban season is going to start in Iowa on September 15th, and we got to wait till October 1st for the statewide season, and then after that, it's game on. Missouri's going to open up on September 15th, so all my buddies down in Missouri, I'm a little jealous because you get to go hunting earlier than I do back home. Hey, Fishing Dave, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. But I'm excited to get out there and see what's going on. I know Ryan and Josh are going to be hitting it hard. Kent, I hope Kent's feeling better so he can take advantage of that early season down there. But I'm telling you, the weather's really nice. It's you can't ask for nicer weather, it's for sure. And I haven't looked at the weather all day. Let me look at that real quick. But I think we got some pretty decent weather for the next few days. Yeah, tomorrow is only supposed to be 82 degrees. Friday, 80 here in Iowa. We got a chance of rain for Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday. And then in the 80s. And hey, listen to this. Next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in the 70s for the highs. Can you believe that? In the 70s. I'm really getting excited about that. So that's really going to start feeling like a little fall weather, that's for sure. Let's see, we're going to start doing a new contest here in a couple weeks. This is your last week to do the screenshot, the Outdoor Call Radio app screenshot contest. If you want to send me a screenshot of you listening to the app, I got everybody on Facebook watching me right now. So if you go to the Outdoor Call Radio app, it's right there on my phone. Can you see that? If I can get the blur. I don't know why that blurs so bad. Can you see the app right there in the upper corner? You just open up the app and we're playing right now. It doesn't say because it's my phone's froze, but it says the Keystone Experience. But it'll give me the correct time. It tells me what time of day it is and what, so I can keep track of all who's watching, who's listening, and all that. But all you got to do is just take a screenshot of that and email that to me to outdoorsdan@mac.com, and I'll put you in for that big Tacticam giveaway. I just talked to Ben this morning, and we're going to draw next Saturday. We're going to draw a brand new Tacticam POV winner. So they're going to get that new 6.0. And I know whoever gets that will be really excited. I absolutely love mine. I mean, it's really, really cool. And then we're going to give away a 5.0 and then a $50 gift card to Game Hide Clothing and a electric work sharp sharpener. So we got some enough stuff. Now, after that contest is over, we're going to start doing the Ugly Buck contest. I'm going to give away my DSD buck decoy, my Dave Smith buck decoy. And those things are like $300-400. I haven't looked up the retail on them, but they're not inexpensive. Let me put it to you that way. But they work. That's the only decoy I've ever used in 30-some years of hunting, where I actually have does coming up and feeding next to it. It's a phenomenal decoy. And if you watch Respect the Game TV at all, I mean, you'll see Larry, Philip, and I, and Ryan, and everybody using them when we're decoying around the country. And you talk about making your hunts just a little bit more exciting. That's one thing you can do. The decoy hunts definitely does that. Tim says go Cards. There you go. Hey Mason, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Tony Casey, how you doing? Boy, the Casey family, they're always on here. Thank you guys. I appreciate that very, very much. All right, let me see. Outdoor news brought to you by Revelton Distillery. Thanks to Rob and Christina and Hank and everybody down at Revelton and Osceola. We appreciate you. There's a new Learn to Hunt program that's going to open registration for beginning fur harvesting workshops. And this, what's really got me excited about that, we are definitely in need for more people out there. Hey, Dan, how's it going, buddy, up in Alaska? Good to see you. We need more people out there trapping. I mean, I get it. The price of furs are in the tank. With the high price of fuel and with running trap lines, I know it's not inexpensive to do that. But I'm telling you, with the downside of trapping, or the people with the numbers declining, we're seeing way more predators in the woods. We're not getting that balance or keeping the fur bearers in check as much as we were 5-10 years ago even. And I know the popularity of coyote or predator hunting is coming up, but we need people out there trying to trap raccoons and skunks and other fur bearers, bobcats, stuff like that, so we can keep our game birds and keep our fawns and everything in balance. That's very, very important to the ecosystem. So this program is going to be a pretty good deal. The Iowa Department of Natural Resources is offering a program to teach skills needed to trap fur bearers to anyone who has little to no trapping experience. There's going to be 5 workshops that will feature several knowledge and skill building sessions with instructors that want to teach the basics of trapping in Iowa. For those interested in the tradition of trapping as a meaning of sourcing of fur, this program provides an opportunity for them to learn the skills and the knowledge to do what it needs to do all by themselves. You're going to learn basic strategy on trapping, such as proper equipment, trap placement, trapping regs, and steps to preparing hides for trade. Each course will be placed in various locations statewide with times and details varying at each event. Each course is designed for a participant of all ages. Space is limited, so make sure you register right away. But Knoxville, Raffin, Clear Lake, Hazleton, and St. Charles, Iowa will all be locations for trapping. Well, thank you, Don. I appreciate that, Don. Thank you. I appreciate that, buddy. So anyway, if you want more information about this wonderful program, I want you to do me a favor and give them a call at 515-350-8091. That's 515-350-8091, and they'll take great care of you. So, Jack wants to know how we're going to give the buck decoy away. Well, I haven't figured that out yet, but we're going to make it easy. The screenshot thing seems to be working pretty well. I get a lot of people sending me screenshots every day. I think that's easy. You don't have to always listen at a certain time or listen for the. One of the things that I heard from a lot of folks is when we did the phrase catch the phrase that pays. We played it like 4 or 5 times a day, but some people said they just didn't have time to listen that long. So that's why we went to the screenshot. Don says predators, in my opinion, are are causing our turkey population in southeast Missouri to go way down. I think, Don, I think a lot of folks would share that sentiment. You know, trapping's part of it. You know, we have loss of habitat as well. I know they're seeing that. You know, they're seeing that maybe we have some viruses that they're trying to find out. But in my humble opinion, I think the predation from the nest robbers and the raptors, I think that's the majority of it myself. That's just what I see in the field. I see nest robbers out all day. I mean, literally my trail cam pictures. I've got raccoons coming out of the yin yang. Here's one here. I just got this today, like 5-10 minutes ago. Here, I'll show everybody on Facebook Live. See that raccoon going into the soybeans? I mean, I get pictures of raccoons every day, so I'm going to need Larry and Philip and I are going to need to do some stuff down there and make sure we kind of get that kind of in check a little bit. So, you know, it's like I said, it's carrying capacity. The land is only going to support so much life, right? So we have to do everything we can as good conservationists, as hunters, to make sure that we're keeping the ecosystem in balance as much as we can. And if we do that, the nesting birds thrive, the deer thrive, the turkeys numbers will come back up. Pheasants, you know, that goes back to your nesting birds, your quail, your pheasants, all those species are going to benefit from that. They all benefit from trapping or keeping fur bearers in check, you know. So, and man, a lot of coyotes too. I'm seeing a lot of coyote action right now. So, not good at all. Not good at all. Fishing reports are all about the same. Early morning, late evenings, about the best time. They're catching a lot of things on twister tails, leeches, bottom bouncers, and crawler harnesses. Early morning, late evening, like I said, are the best bites. The walleye bites slow. Bass on topwater is producing some fish early morning, late evening. But I mean, I didn't want to go through the list of all the lakes because they're pretty much all about the same. Fishing's gonna start picking up though. I mean, the fall, as we get these cooler overnights and we get these cooler days, the fish are going to start eating more heavy because the shad, they're going to start putting them shad up into the creeks and rivers, and they're going to be out there trying to get as much fat on as they can before the winter. So the best fish, some of the best fishing is yet to come here in the next several weeks. I saw a couple buddies of mine, they're catching a lot of flatheads and blue cats right now and channels. So the catfish are feeding pretty good. But you know, and then you know the kids are back in school. I think Riley, my daughter, started back today. I'm pretty sure I was right about that. And you know, with less people being on the lake, it's kind of nice because you don't have all that competition when you go fishing. A lot of times you'll have the lake to yourself. Hey, Bill, how's it going, Bill? Good to see you, buddy. Bill says amen to that. Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? All right, let me see. Let me take a real quick break, and we come back. I got some more fish to fry with you, and I got some shooting range offers I want to tell you about because a lot of folks are going to start wanting to sight those rifles and slug guns and everything else in because we got a lot of shooting to do here in a little bit. Richard says the fall bite is coming. Super excited. Well, Richard, you're excited about every bite. That guy's out there fishing every day. It's crazy. All right, we'll be right back after a quick word from these fine sponsors.
Hey guys, Jackie Bushman here with Buckmasters. When it comes to food plot seed and deer feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered.
Richard, you're always fishing. I'm jealous.
Lazy Acre, Clover Deluxe, and the popular Dixie
There you go, Jeff.
Like Game Changer, Sweet Stuff, and Buck Robber. The best way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products, you better hope your neighbor isn't either. From small to large acreage, Backwoods Attraction has the feed and seed perfect for your hunting property. So do yourself a favor and swing by and support your local co-op or farm supply store and ask for Backwoods Attraction to set yourself up for a successful fall.
Forerunner Blinds and Lots Outdoors are bringing e-bike adventures to another level. If you're considering going silent to enhance your hunting experience, head on over to Lots Outdoors in Illinois to check out what Bakcou bikes and Forerunner Blinds can do for you. Sean is the Midwest dealer for Bakcou and Forerunner Blinds. He can show you the reason why Bakcou bikes are the most popular choice because of their quality and superb customer service, including how they allow you to tow your gear, deer, and blinds quietly without any gas smell. To see these quality blinds, trailers, bikes, and haulers made in the U.S., go check out Lots Outdoors at their website, www.lotsoutdoors.com, or give them a call at 618-349-6951. Great e-bikes and gear are waiting for you in St. Peters, Illinois.
In these times when a lot of us are working from home, it's even more important to make sure your home is the right temperature and comfortable. Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287-6000
There you go,
schedule a
Dan.
check on your current heating and cooling systems. Is your house too dry and giving your family issues? A Honeywell dehumidifier system installed with your AC heating system can solve that issue right away. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned and operated business that has been serving Iowa residents and businesses for over 70 years. They offer 24-hour service and programs like the Peace of Mind Plan for less than $15 a month. So if you want more time on the water or in the woods this year, please call the folks at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling for any of your home or business heating and cooling needs. One call to Wyckoff Heating and Cooling will bring you peace of mind under your roof every day.
We all want the deadliest broadheads out there. Have you tried a Slick Trick? Slick Tricks are one of the most accurate and deadliest broadheads on the market. No matter which Slick Trick model you choose, the Raptor Trick, the Viper Trick, the Magnum, the Wicked Trick, the Grizz Trick 2, or the standard Slick Trick, they all offer bone-crushing penetration with superior cutting diameters. They feature an all-steel ferrule Alcatraz blade lock system to prevent broadhead failures at the moment of impact.
Everybody have a good day at work today.
If you're a mechanical fan, the Raptor Trick is going to be your favorite with its 4-edge bone-splitting tip, 2-inch cutting diameter, and deadly accurate
Thank you,
flight.
Richard.
Bow hunters need gear that they can depend on 100% of the time. You wait all season for that shot. Do not trust it to a head that will not deliver a short recovery. For more information, go online at slicktrick.net. This year, trick 'em with Slick Trick broadheads and tag your game.
Do you love hearing that old Tom sound off while you're in the field? Well, then you need to check out Alive Action Decoys. Hey guys, it's Outdoors Dan here. Alive Action Decoys are one of the most realistic decoy systems you can deploy while you're in the field turkey hunting. Wade and Teresa Goddard start with a Dave Smith Gobbler decoy and then apply their patented system that allows you to raise your decoy's tail fan up and down, move it side to side, and even walk that tom up and back while it's on the platform. Alive Action Decoys are so amazingly lifelike, though. They're going to fool even the wariest old boss tom you got running around your woods. Plus, the good thing is they're made right here in the good old US of A. For more information about Alive Action Decoys, please check them out on Facebook or call them at 815-674-1626. Take it from me, Outdoors Dan. They're going to help you be more successful in the field this year. All right, welcome back to the Wednesday Drive on this fine August 24th. I hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. And man, I tell you what, it's hunting season is definitely getting closer. That's for sure. It's always a good time. Hey, Corey, how's it going? Tony, how you doing? Tony, good to see you. Richard said he's always got the app playing when he's fishing, so I can't gripe about that, Richard. I appreciate that very, very much. All right, Banner and Olson shooting ranges are going to be offering some programs for the fall. They're going to have classes, leagues, and events scheduled this fall for shooters of all skill levels. Hunter education classes and field days are in full swing across the state. Iowa law requires anyone born after January 1st, 1972 must be certified in hunter education before they are able to purchase an Iowa hunting license. So if you want to get out and try to take advantage of the Olafson, I believe it is, shooting ranges out in Polk City, they're going to have dates open for September 8th, September 22nd, October 6th, and October 13th. Those are going to be field days where you can get out there. Students that are required to successfully complete their online classwork will offer 4 field days this fall to help with the shooting implement of that. They're going to have bowling pin leagues in Indianola and Olafson. Shooting ranges in Polk City are offering bowling pin leagues as well this fall. Banner League will meet on Thursday nights from September 8th to October 6th. Olafson's will meet Tuesday nights from September 13th through October 11th. And these 5-week leagues are participants that have opportunity to shoot between 2 divisions, rifle and pistol. Scores will accumulate for 4 weeks and be used for the 5th week bracket-style double elimination tournaments awards. It's $50 to participate, and they're going to have a total of 21 shooters in the league at each range. So they're going to have a skeet league on going up too, and I said the 7-week 50-bird skeet league will meet on Monday nights from September 12th through October 24th. Scores will accumulate for 6 weeks and be used for the 7th week shoot-off tournaments on Monday, October 24th. They're also going to have an intro to firearms courses, which is always nice to take. Hey Nathan, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Gary Peck, good afternoon. Captain Dan, 8 more days until showtime. That's my bear buddy up in. Hey Chris, PW Chris, good to see you, buddy. Gary's my bear guide and my walleye guy up in Deer River, Minnesota. I've shot probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 bears with him over the years, and he's on them walleyes, man. I always enjoy my time going up there. I didn't get to do that this year, and I'm really, really upset that I couldn't. I had to kind of cut back because them darn turkeys, man, they took all my budget this fall. It was crazy trying to get shows done. Next year, Gary, we'll be ripping lips, man. In June, 1st of June, I'll be in Minnesota ripping lips with you. Just he's out there chasing bears. Boy, he sent me a picture. You want to see? I don't know if you guys can see this or not. He sent me a picture of a really, really nice cinnamon bear, and I got to tell you, I would love to go after that. Can you see that? See that cinnamon bear? Isn't that beautiful? I'm showing everybody on Facebook Live right now. If you follow me at Dan Young, or I think it's Dan Young, Outdoors Dan and the Outdoor Call Radio app page on Facebook, but Dan Young I think is where we live stream. But isn't that a beautiful cinnamon? I love color phase bears, man. Those are awesome. 2 of my favorite foods, bear and walleye. Hey, who doesn't? Bear is a great protein, man. I've had people tell me they tried bear and they didn't like it, and it's all about how you prepare it, because I've never had a bear that I did not enjoy. I mean, bear stew, bear grilling bear steaks, bear roasts, bear ribs, bear burger. Bear burger, thank you, Dan. Bear burger is amazing. You take bear burger. Hey, Kevin, how's it going, buddy? Kevin in New Jersey. You take bear burger and you grind that up, and then you take ground venison, and then if you have any antelope, take ground antelope and mix that together. That's my bad burger. Bear, antelope, and deer burgers. And you take some pepper jack cheese and put a little white onion, chop that in there, throw that in there, throw it on the grill. My kids, that was my absolute that was their absolute favorite burger I ever made them in their life. Little cookies flavor enhancer in there. And man, I'm telling you what, that was a burger that would win any competition. Chris says bear burgers are excellent. Yes, they are, man. I don't care if they're black, brown, cinnamon, whatever. They're all good, man. It's amazing. All right. We're going to be talking deer tactics with Larry Mack here in a few minutes, and we'll hopefully have him on for the rest of the night. Andrew he's on assignment, so it's just us. Hey, next week, I'm going to be, I'm pretty sure we're going to do that live, but Larry and I are going to be at the Working Class Bowhunters studio in Illinois next Wednesday. And we're going to try to do, I'm going to try to do the Wednesday drive show live from Working Class Bowhunter Studio. So that's where we'll be next Wednesday, if everything works out. I'm hoping everything works out, but I'll try to get out there early and see if I can, the interface and everything works up, and just got to make sure I got enough bandwidth out there to make sure everything goes. Yeah, Kevin says Bob. Chris says he's getting hungry. I'm always hungry, man. I'm telling you, I'm always hungry. All right, 7:23 and some change. So intro. Oh, let me. Stacy wants me. Stacy, what? Oh, the firearms course. Stacy wants me to read. The Alston Shooting Range is offering an introduction to firearms seminar and rifles on Wednesday, September 14th at 6:30 to 8. The course is designed for people who know very little about firearms, or who may be considering purchase a gun, or just may want to know more about them. It's an informational, informal discussion setting. A shooting range instructor will teach the basic operation of all different types of firearms, proper and safe handling, and safety devices. Learn about calibers, ammunition, actions, and storage, as well as guidelines for purchasing and the important role of training. Participants will be provided with hands-on shooting experience with a .22 long rifle in a safe and controlled environment. It's $15 per person. If you want more information, just give someone a call over at the Alston Shooting Range, and they'll take care of that. They're also doing one at banner range too on pistols. That'll be September 21st. So, and that's going to be $15 as well. Yeah, they do a nice thing out there. Hey, and last thing on the shooting, Heroes Day at the range. The DNR celebrates Heroes Day at Alston Shooting Range on Saturday, September 24th. Local law enforcement officers, fire, rescue will be at the range for a meet and greet. Gates open at 9 a.m. for the public, and the event will conclude at 11 a.m. Free hands-on activities, donuts. Of course, there's donuts. Juice for individuals in attendance. Come on out and show your support for the local heroes in the community. Hey, John. That's okay, John. I appreciate you just tuning in. All right, it's 5:24 and some change. Let me hit this last break real quick and this next break, and we will be back with Mr. Larry McCoy from Respect the Game TV. How about that? Respect the Game TV. Can you believe that? Respect the Game. We'll be right back. Keep it here on the Wednesday Drive. No flippy floppy. We'll be right back.
Heading to your favorite outdoor spot? Is your hunting, fishing, or utility knife ready for any task? Well, if you used the original Worksharp knife and tool sharpener before you left, you bet they are. The Worksharp knife and tool sharpener is designed to sharpen every knife you own. By using changeable, flexible abrasive belts, the sharpening system is able to sharpen a variety of knives, including curved and serrated knives, tonto blades, fillet knives, gut hooks, axes, and even kitchen knives. The Worksharp knife and tool sharpener does this with precision angle sharpening guides and flexible abrasive belts to ensure the proper 20-degree angle every time. Each Worksharp knife and tool sharpener is assembled in the USA by a family-owned and operated company. Customer service is always a call away. So if you love the outdoors and depend on a sharp knife, consider checking out one of the Worksharp knife and tool sharpeners or the Worksharp guided field sharpener at a store near you, or anytime at WorksharpTools.com. That's WorksharpTools.com.
Tacticam has launched the best-in-class cellular trail camera, the #1 selling action camera in the industry. The new Reveal by Tacticam will change the way you scout
What's
forever.
up, Kent?
Not only is
Don?
it the easiest to set up, but
Mr.
the
Larry
most
Mack.
affordable cellular camera on the market.
Larry's
As
coming.
You educate your game and leave your scent when checking cameras in the field. With Reveal, those issues are gone. You can receive pictures in almost real time right to your app without going into the field. The Reveal offers half-second trigger speeds, detects game from up to 96 feet away in 4G and LTE wireless modules. Verizon and AT&T plans available. 24-inch LCD screen, adjustable night illumination, and data plans starting as low as $5 a month. The Reveal's world-class app allows you to set up your camera, add cameras, view and organize pictures, and much more. Again, plans starting as low as $5 a month. The new Reveal by Tacticam saves time, gas, and most importantly, helps you stop educating your game. RevealCellCam.com for more info.
Let's talk about a story, an Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true in Osceola, Iowa. It's the story of Revelton Distilling Company. These fine distilled whiskeys, gins, and vodkas were born from the labor of Rob and Christina Taylor. It's amazing hearing the customers' descriptions of how unique each bottle looks and how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip. From the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin, American gin, or vodkas. Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at 1400 West Clay Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery fine spirits are also
You
available
okay?
at your local grocery and other
Okay, I'll
retailers
call you right
around
back.
Iowa. Please check them out online at ReveltonDistillery.com or visit them at the distillery. If it's time to celebrate or just time to sit back and unwind, well, then it's time for a Revelton moment.
When it comes to aiming, you need a good sight that is not only easy to see, but one that will hold up in the field under the harshest of conditions. Well, have you seen what Custom Bow Equipment has been producing? Custom Bow Equipment has introduced some great sights the last few seasons that fits any budget. The new Trek and Trek Pro models.
Last one,
have
Larry's
full
coming
volume
up.
at every shoot. The Trek series offers tons of adjustment with exceptional precision sighting in. Not only does Custom Bow Equipment have great sights, they also have great stabilizers, including hunting kits in the new Torx line. Every bow hunter needs a good quiver, and the new Adapt 5 Arrow quiver is not only light, but exceptionally strong. If you want to see what all the excitement is about, just go to CustomBowEquipment.com. Custom Bow Equipment also offers the tough as nails guarantee, so you never have to worry about your gear. Custom Bow Equipment, great hunting accessories for your bow. All right, welcome back to the Wednesday Drive. This is Outdoors Dan. Hope you're having a great Wednesday all across the good old US of A. Got a lot of folks watching us on Facebook Live. I appreciate everybody doing that for us. Thank you very much. And you know what? I think it's time we give the man, the myth, the legend a call, huh? We'll get. Let's see what Mr. Larry McCoy is up to this fine Wednesday evening.
Hello.
Mr. Larry McCoy from Respect the Game TV. Is this you?
It is Larry Mac at your service.
Well, you are live on the air on the Outdoor Call Radio Network and the Wednesday Drive. You got a bunch of people waiting to hear from you already.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, Matt Stewie, thank you, buddy. Matt, I'm doing better. Thank you, Butch. I appreciate that. Chris is all excited. OPW Chris.
PW Chris.
OPW Chris.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Hey, you know, it's going to get busy from here on in. I mean, you and I are both be at Working Class Bow Hunter next week, and then you start hunting actually pretty quick, like in what 7-8 days. I mean, you're going to Kentucky, right?
Yeah. It's time's creeping up on us pretty quick. I can tell you, it's when I looked at the calendar, I was like, wow, that's next week. Next week it opens in Kentucky. So, so next week, we're going to kick off the fall and hopefully good things will happen.
What do you look for this early of a season? I know you and I talked about food sources and stand locations and stuff, but I mean, what's really the first thing you kind of try to trigger on when it's this early? Because I mean, they're going to start rubbing. Larry, I mean, if they're not already rubbing, they're going to start rubbing here in the next 6 to 7 days, don't you think?
Well, I mean, they'll start shedding their velvet probably. It depends on where you're at, but
yeah.
But they do start shedding their velvets, and I key in mainly on food right now because it's, if there's bean fields, that's great. A lot of times, acorns, when you get into that about the second week of or September, the white oaks will start to fall a little bit depending on where you're hunting, but and they'll start to transition off the beans normally as soon as they start to turn yellow. But I have noticed, there's a lot of farmers that didn't get their beans until late, so they may be green a little bit longer this year. The white oaks may be falling a little bit later. So, but early season, I like to key in on the food, because it's always good to be able to get out and scout, utilize your trail cameras, but more importantly too, just with your your naked eye, being able to go out and put eyes on them, so you can see how they're kind of entering that food source, and know that you can get in and out of there without being detected. But it's totally different because that time of year it changes so drastically. You could have a bachelor group of bucks, a couple of them have shed their velvet, and a couple of them aren't, and you just start seeing them disperse, and it just changes. They start to really start to spread out, once that velvet comes off, and their hormones change, and they just literally become different animals.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Kevin Dilly said that those Kentucky deer are in trouble with my brother Larry Mack on stand.
Yeah, I hope so. Hopefully I can outsmart one of them, but we'll see. Like I said, it's hunting the food and trying to get as much intel as you can. Obviously, is going to help because I've seen on bigger bean fields or bigger food source. A lot of times where they're feeding in that field dictates on which way the wind direction is, and so being able to isolate that and know, and it takes time, and a lot of people, rightfully so, don't have the time to really go out and scout and lay their eyes on them. But I remember back in the day, I learned a lot from just going out in the summer from all the early stages and documenting a north wind, and then seeing how the deer were coming into the field with a north wind versus a south wind, and it taught me a lot about how to hunt the those early season bucks, while they're still in velvet or just shortly after they shed their velvet.
Yeah. Well, and the mass crops, I've been hearing really good things. I got a couple buddies of mine in north central Missouri. They said that they got a ton of hickory nuts and acorns. So as soon as those acorns start dropping, you were just out at your farm. Did you notice any mass acorns, anything on the ground yet?
Yeah, it looked like a pretty decent acorn crop from what I could gather. It's one of those, once the acorns and the white oaks start falling, it's usually about the time when those beans are starting to turn. So, and you'll see deer start to slowly gravitate off of the beans. And what I mean by that is, most of the time, it's like when you see the beans starting to turn, there may be, 8, 10 deer that are frequent in that field all the way up to that point. And then next thing you know, you'll see 6, and then you'll see 4, and they gradually start to move to a different food source. And usually when the acorns are falling, that's where they're going to be. And it's about finding, that one little acorn grove or that one even acorn tree that the deer are gravitating to. They'll feed it out before they move on to the next one.
Yeah. Well, I get that question a lot, Larry, and I have for a long time. Actually, I'll get somebody that that's newer to hunting and say, Dan, I had really good bucks coming in on the beans, and I'm not seeing anything. And it's like, well, you have acorns, you have oaks on your place. Yeah. I go try to see if you can get close to an oak patch, or move your cameras to the trail that goes to those oaks, because chances are they didn't leave your farm. They're just on a different food source. They're hitting those acorns.
Yep, 100%. And like I said, their hormones and everything's changing. So is their diet at that point. So it's just a matter of really trying to key in, and that's why I always say kind of know your property and your surrounding properties, because it'll help you be successful throughout the season and help you hunt, and take advantage of those more optimal times when you know that the deer are going to be on the feed, moving from one food source to another, or if you know that the bedding's on you and they're feeding on acorns on the neighbor, you know that you got to figure out a way to get in between point A to point B, to try to intercept them to go in the feed.
Yeah, absolutely. Sean says, hi, buddy. Good to see you. That's a nice shirt. Thank you, Sean. We all appreciate Sean lots. I know, Larry, you appreciate him as well.
Oh, yeah.
Sean's one of our hero buddies. John says he loves all the tips. Thank you, David Engelman. Ozonics for sure this year. Thanks to Larry Mack. He's the best salesman.
Oh, Dave. Hey, I just speak the truth. I don't hard sell nothing. I can tell you this. It has literally changed the way that I hunt. And some of those situations I was just talking about, I wouldn't be able to do without Ozonics either. I mean, it's one of the best investments of an avid bow hunter can take.
Yeah.
When it comes to trying to hone in on a really good deer.
Yeah. Dan Olch up in Alaska says this guy's smart. Boy, you haven't been accused of that for a while.
No, I know. Me and old Dan, we're gonna get along fine. He said I'm smart. I heard that forever.
Yeah.
I think it was first grade last time.
Yeah. I'm getting excited. I've been getting some nice buck pictures, and I mean, you have too, and it's nice to see them. But they are going to change up here. They're going to start. It's I'd say about another probably what, Larry, another 5, 6, 7 weeks before they really start separating big time.
Man, it's hard to say. Every piece of property is different. I think that it's all based upon kind of what's around you. A lot of people hone in on their property.
Yeah.
Which you need to know the ins and outs of the property that you're hunting. But even more importantly, you got to know what's going around you. Know where that bean field is on the north end of the property. Know what's on the south end of the property. That'll help you to be able to figure out how the deer navigate and use the property that you're hunting. And the more intel that you get like that, the more effective you can be when you go into hunting. You may be approaching it, because it's the easiest way for you, but it may not be the correct way, just based upon what's surrounding the property. So really paying attention. I know a lot of people that I talk to, will hear me say, pay attention to the details of the details, and that's literally a key to really upping your odds and being successful. Because I can't tell you how many times, even I'm guilty of it, and I'm sure anybody that's bow hunting is as well. They've had success out of this one stand. It may be in the corner of this field or this pinch point, and they see deer. They're out there at 200 yards or whatever, and they see them 2-3 nights in a row, but they don't adapt. They don't move to put themselves in a position, because they're expecting. They had success in where they're at right now, but they're expecting, okay, the deer are going to change their pattern and come to you. That's not always the case.
Right.
People, as far as humans, just like myself, I'm a creature of habit. And what I mean by that is when I get up in the tree, I get my backpack. The first thing I pull out may be my bow hanger or my grunt call. And I've got the same, every single time. We're all creatures of habit. So don't get in the habit of being complacent. Sometimes you got to make that move. Be smart about it, but make that move to put yourself in the position to be successful. If not, you could be sitting out there watching those deer do that, and you miss your window.
Yeah.
So be smart. Sometimes it may take 2 or 3 different sets where you got to move 30 yards at a time, but you can also pay off and pay dividends too, and put yourself in a good position to be successful.
Yeah. Well, trail cams are awesome. I think we all appreciate what technology's done for the trail cams and stuff. But actually just getting out in a truck and getting a spotting scope or a good set of binos on a piece of property and glassing, that really pays off too, because you can see things, little nuances, because that trail camera is only going to show you what's in front of it. So if you can get out there and do some glassing, that's really important too, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, being able to lay eyes on them, that's kind of the set in stone. You actually saw them with your own eyes. I know the pictures and trail cam video with the cell cams nowadays. Yeah, it sends you kind of real time. This is what's going on. Mm-hmm. But being able to actually see them with your own eyes, I mean, it puts another vote of confidence in you. You start to really think a little bit more depth about it. So I always encourage that. Always, keep the wind right, but being able to look. A prime example is just recently, I've had a cell camera set up on the edge of this food plot that I had worked up, and I mean, I wasn't getting hardly any pictures at all of deer, which is surprising to me because they usually use this particular route to get to the plot, and there has never been a year in the years past since I've hung there that they just weren't using that. Mm-hmm. And I thought, man, I don't know. So I put up just a regular trail camera, just not even 40 yards on the field edge, and every deer was using a totally different path and getting to that food plot different. Why? I can't explain. I don't know. But this year was just different than other years, and there were deer hitting it. I would have never known if I was just trusting that particular trail camera.
Yeah.
And so, which opted me to go sit up at a distance and glass with binoculars. Now I know exactly how those deer are entering the field, with a north wind, and so I've got a set up there just in case we do get an early north wind where I've got I feel like I've got a pretty good shot of being successful.
Yeah. David says he's been seeing some Dannies down in Kansas with the cooler temperatures. Kevin says details are in the details. Curtis says that they've actually got some pictures of bucks out of velvet already, but he still has plenty of bucks with velvet, but have a few out shedding the velvet already.
Yep. See, and that's my point right there. Is it depends on where you're at, and it's different. It's kind of like, in my opinion, it's kind of like deer shedding their antlers. Saying a lot of people are like, oh, they're shedding, but some deer are packing them until March.
It was later than that for us. Remember, we found sheds in April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's every farm is a little bit different, and you gotta hunt, adapt, and to what the deer are doing at that time. People, planting food plots and putting the food and hinge cutting and doing all the things that's going to better their farm.
Yeah.
A lot of times people get discouraged because they don't see the results right off the bat. But just give it time and be patient. I know it's hard. I know that it's hard because you've got it visualized in your head what you want these deer to do, and sometimes it takes a little bit of time for the deer to adapt to the changes that you've made as well.
Yeah. John wants to know, does Larry have any pointers on when hunting hardwoods surrounded by standing cornfields on 3 sides, bedding being on the 4th?
Hunting hardwoods surrounded by standing corn, especially on 3 sides. Number one, entry and exit. Figure out the best way to get in and out, because that can be pretty difficult. I know, going along the field edge, because what you don't want to do is, walk in between where the deer are and where your set's going to be to try to get there. You may have to, take the longer route around, I guess, to get there. But it can be difficult because standing corn's no different. A lot of people, have issues hunting standing corn, as do I. We all will, because they could literally be anywhere in that field.
Right.
Because there's so much cover, especially early like this when this corn's drying out and there's still the element of green, all of the moisture. There's still moisture left in the stalk itself, so therefore it's not shriveled up to where you can kind of navigate and see through it a little bit. It's pretty thick, and it's no different though. The deer with a certain particular wind will go to a certain portion of that field, the bed, or pretty much lay up for portions of the day. But the one thing that I have noticed throughout the summer months with standing corn is sometimes whenever it winds a particular direction, it's not the same direction in that field. So, and it's really a guessing game. I'm not going to say that I know all those answers, because it is literally because that wind gets in there and swirls, and you may be coming out of the north, and you may, on your Onyx or Hunt Stand app, or you're looking at the wind direction, it's showing it blowing that way, but you get out there and it's actually blowing a different way.
Well, yeah, because of the cornfield.
Yeah, because of the cornfield.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
knowing your thermals and trying to figure out how to navigate that, it's a challenge, and for anybody, it's definitely a tricky game to play. But can you do it? There's some properties you can and do it successfully, and there's some properties it's a little bit more challenging. But regardless, I mean, we're all bow hunters. We have to have an element of luck.
Yeah.
Bow hunting, gun hunting, whatever. You still have to have a little bit of luck too.
Yeah, Sherry says exactly. Sean said Sean Stinger said good evening, buddy. Sean, good to see you. Sean Lott says, what kind of bow do you shoot when you sell yours a month before season? Laughing out loud.
Yeah. I guess you shoot the first one you can get your hands on, buddy.
Yeah, good old Sean. He's trying to help everybody. Hey, I'm going to take a real quick break, Larry. Hang on, and we'll pick it up when we come back. If you got more questions, go ahead and hit me up, and I'll hit Larry when we get back. We'll be right back on the Wednesday Drive on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. Heading on your next adventure and looking for some snacks to take? Why not pack a snack that tastes great, gives you protein, and is easy to pack? Have you heard of Soldier Boy? Good questions, everybody. Soldier Boy jerky is slow smoked in small batches to ensure generous, tender morsels that taste outstanding. Soldier Boy beef jerky offers the following flavors: sweet heat, original, maple, or peppered flavors that will satisfy you all day in the field. Soldier Boy Beef Jerky is veteran-owned and proud supporters of the Canines for Warrior Foundation. They also donate to troops that are deployed serving our country. So next time you're looking for snacks from home or on your next outdoor adventure, please remember to reach for some Soldier Boy Beef Jerky, available at Sportsman's Warehouse. Soldier Boy Beef Jerky, outstanding taste that keeps you satisfied in the field. For more information, please check us out online at www.sbjerky.com. Hey, have you heard the news about the great new products from Pine Ridge Archery Products? The makers of the video camera support system, the ProBow Cam, and the AT5 trail camera have done it again. Introducing the new Pine Ridge Archery line of 200 new wrist sling. The wrist sling is totally scent-free and is available in different colors, and this will allow you to tune it to your specific grip, so your hand goes right in the sling without any hang-ups for smoother draws when you're getting ready to shoot your game. These new Nitro products will have you shooting tighter groups with consistency before you know it. Included in these products are tons of colors so you can customize your bow for your favorite college teams like never before. Did I mention all of these products are made in the USA at Pine Ridge Archery's factory in Illinois? That's right, made in the USA of quality materials that will hold up in any weather conditions for die-hard bow hunters like you and me. Check out all these great new products at Sportsman's Warehouse or anytime at PineRidgeArchery.com. Hey everybody, Outdoors Dan here. Let me ask you a quick question. Are you a hunter? If you are, there's a group that I would like to introduce you to, and that's Hunting Works for Iowa. Hunting Works for Iowa is a statewide organization that is focused on not only what hunting is, but what it does for the state of Iowa. Coming back, guys. One more. inevitably brings in huge economic resources to our state. Hunters buy tags and permits every year so they can hunt here. That impacts restaurants, retail stores, gas stations, convenience stores, outfitters, and guides all over the state of Iowa. That leads to hundreds of millions of dollars in state taxes and retail sales that help keep Iowa moving forward. Anti-hunting groups are working hard every year to limit your ability to hunt here. So Hunting Works for Iowa is partnering with not only hunters but businesses all across the state to protect your rights. If you want to learn more about Hunting Works for Iowa, or if you're interested in becoming a partner, please go check out their website at huntingworksforiowa.com.
Whether it's camping, hunting, or fishing, you want your camping setup to be easy and your stay as comfortable as possible. Camprite has been helping folks enjoy the outdoors
Coming back.
as problem-free as possible since 1999. Camprite employees are outdoor enthusiasts that use and design each product to make sure your adventures are ones you'll want to remember. They carry great tents like the original tent cot that started it all. This fully enclosed, off-the-ground sleep shelter combines the comfort of a standard sleeping cot with the added protection of a tent. Camprite features several models of tent cot units, including single and double units. They also specialize in sleeping bags, camping tables, cooking prep units, chairs, and other fine quality outdoor products. With over 17 years of field testing, great outdoor gear products, Camprite is the right choice to make adventures not only comfortable, but also carefree. Check out all these Camprite products at your local Sportsman's Warehouse or anytime on the web at camprite.com. That's Camprite with a K.com.
All right, welcome back to the Wednesday Drive on the Outdoor Call radio app. Hope everyone's doing well and having a good day. We got Mr. Larry Mack from Respect the Game TV on, and we're talking a little early season tactics. You still there, Larry Mack?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir. I know that felt a little odd, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm not used.
Calling you sir.
I'm not used to you treating me that nicely. Just kidding.
Oh.
Kevin wants to know, firearm season in New Jersey is December and January. What do you think about trying an oats food plot?
Oats would be good. Oats is good. That's always a good choice, I would say. You know, they say, oats, wheat, and clover. That's kind of the big three that a lot of people refer to. That's always a good choice because it comes up. It's going to come up. It's going to come up and green up. It's going to provide a good food source, and oats will provide a source through a little bit cooler temps too.
Yeah.
Where wheat is going to die out once it gets mature and stuff. So yep.
Yeah. Tell you a real quick story. Larry and I went turkey hunting a couple of years ago. Larry came up. He goes, "Hey, did you get your bird yet?" And I said, "Nah, it's been tough." He goes, "Well, I'll come up and film you for a couple of days." I said, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah." So I went out and, I always tell everybody that I'm not the world's greatest turkey hunter, but, or turkey caller, but, you don't have to be. You can be an average caller and be successful. But we went to a couple different spots, and we went by this one by a lake, and we got out there, we got set up, we got the decoys in, and Larry goes, "Well, start calling." So I just started doing some real soft yelps and tree calls and stuff like that. And I don't know what I do, Larry, 2 or 3 calls, and then it was about 2 minutes later, we heard something, and he goes, "Remember you told me to do like an excited hen yelp and stuff?" And I did, and I'll never forget the response. It was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You remember that hunt?
I do. That's exactly what that excited hen yelp sounds like.
Yeah. I had the loons all fired up, man. I did. It was awesome. Don't ever tell me I can't get reactions.
Yeah. You got a reaction, all right.
Well, I'm excited that you're going to get to go to Kentucky. I mean, last year you had a heck of a season. We got a little over 7 minutes right now, but I mean, just recapping last year on RTG. I mean, you had great hunts. I mean, tell everybody real quick. I mean, you you got 2 velvet bucks last year, didn't you?
No, actually, I didn't.
Was it Ryan? Did Ryan get one?
Yeah,
Ryan. Okay. Well, did you get 2 the year before?
No, I just shot that one in Nebraska, but we did have some good hunts though. I mean, actually, the deer that I was hunting in Nebraska was in velvet. He had shed,
Okay. All right.
like literally like overnight, and we had a close call with him, and yeah, it just didn't work out. And then the next night we ended up seeing. We made a little move to get us into where we felt like we'd have an opportunity, and everything worked great. But it did work great because I did end up fortunate enough to get him the next night, but he just didn't have any velvet left.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah.
the one at Heartbreak Ridge is always going to be, I think, my favorite buck hunt. But I mean, you did really well there in Upper Missouri, out at Chris's place.
Yep. That was the combine deer, and actually that hunt, Realtree Monster Bucks 30th anniversary was released today, and that
Oh, really?
was actually on there. Yep.
Wow, that's exciting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but that was a pretty special hunt. We hunted really hard. We put a pure whitetail mock scrape out, and I put a camera up the evening before we went in and hunted that deer, and literally within 3 hours had a picture of that deer. The beans were standing, and then whenever we I got another picture come through, and all you could see was combine tires. So they were in there cutting the beans, and they were like, "Well, what else do you want to do?" I said, "I'm gonna go in there and hunt." And everybody looked at me like I was crazy, but them deer get conditioned to those farmers, and lo and behold, the farmers actually, there was a finger going up that split the bean field, and we were right in that finger, and on the other side of there, the combine fired up, and it's starts cutting the beans on the other side, and we were just getting in a tree, and just look. I caught some movement down in the draw, and here he comes, and he's just kind of following a doe up through there, and they walk right up, and he sees the decoy and circles around and gives me an opportunity. But it was a really cool hunt, and it actually played out like it's supposed to, which doesn't happen all the time, but that's also what keeps you going, so you appreciate it that much more when it does.
Yeah. I got a dual double back grunt call on my hand right now. I'm going to give a couple of these away on Saturday on the show, 7 to 9 Saturday morning. But you like that double back a lot. This type of year or this type of season early. I mean, what are you doing with a grunt call?
A lot of people they won't grunt or call to a deer early. I do. I like to call deer. It's just about, because deer are always communicating with one another.
Mm-hmm.
It's really about how you do it, how you communicate with them this time of year. This time of year, it's a lot more soft calling, and I use a lot more of the fawn bleats and stuff like that early. And a situation where I would use that is, especially early when the foliage is on and it's tough to see. A lot of people can relate to being able to sit in the stand, all they see is legs walking because the foliage is so thick.
Yeah.
And they're like, man, I wonder if that was that deer I'm getting pictures of, or was that a doe, or was that a buck, or whatever. Well, if you don't try to make that deer react, and without giving up your location as far as letting them feel like they're being threatened or being hunted, you're not going to know. So I started using a little bit of fawn bleat, soft fawn bleat, until I see him stop or get his attention. Because a lot of times they'll be a little bit cautious and go around, and you'll see them make a move to their right or to their left or whatever, but they might just give up to where you can see an opening to see if it's that deer that you can get in pictures of. So now you know what to do next, versus watching the deer walk by and then always wondering, was that deer I've been getting pictures of? So, and they're very curious animals. So a fawn bleat, I've seen, a lot of deer's behavior when fawns are not necessarily in distress but lost. A lot of times you'll see does push them out into the field, first, and they'll go out, and they're very, very social at this time. So the bucks and stuff, they'll go up and usually gravitate to where the other deer are at, and then if a fawn's out there or whatever, a lot of times they'll go up, play around, those bucks out in the field. So I've had it work very, very well with a fawn bleat and actually a buck coming over to look, thinking that it's a fawn. That's I say that. I mean that's how I
interpret it.
I guess interpret it anyway. As the buck come in, thinking maybe it's a lost fawn, to push it, because they do go up to a lot of does and fawns. You'll see that an awful lot. The one thing too to notice that you noticed about early season is when deer will go out into a field to start feeding, they may come out in different areas, but on the same side a lot of times. But you'll always kind of pay attention to whenever you're scouting these deer and being able to of which way they're wanting to feed, because you usually don't see them just disperse out all different directions. The majority of the deer will kind of feed at different paces, but usually the same direction. That can tell you a lot of places, a lot of times on where you need to be, and it could be they may end up in a place where you normally would not set up. But if that's where they're ended up, that's where you need to be.
Yeah. Chris said that he's been out and had the deer circle right around the combine and start feeding right again. So he said it's not unusual for them to do that.
Yep.
Hey, Larry.
For sure, and I've seen the same thing. Yep.
Yep. Hey, Jeremiah. Good to see you, Jeremiah Johnson. Good to see you, Kevin. Yeah, we'll have to work on that, Kev. Larry Mack, if someone wants to try to get a hold of you, first off, tell them where they can see Respect the Game TV.
Sportsman's Channel. They can see on Sportsman's Channel. We are on Waypoint. Make sure you go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have all kinds of new content going up there, even never seen before footage stuff too. So yeah, it's so our YouTube channel is a really good source. So if you haven't subscribed, go subscribe there. Our social media. If anybody has questions, we'll make sure we get them all answered. And if we don't have an answer, we'll see if we can't get you one for sure.
All right, buddy. I really appreciate you staying on with me for half an hour, and we'll get you on again before we get into the rut. Okay?
Yeah. Look forward to it.
All right, Larry Mack. Thanks, buddy.
All right. We'll see you. Take care.
There he goes, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Larry McCoy. Hey, real quickly, the Ultimate Archery Competition is going to be September 2nd through the 4th. $5,000 in prizes for you to try to win Friday through Sunday at Archery Field and Sports in Altoona. If you want more information, they're going to have single and team competitions. Just give Mark a call at Archery Field and Sports in Altoona, Iowa, and he'll make sure he gets there. Also, the Big Iowa Jeep Show is going to be September 17th through the 18th. It's the Iowa All Breeds Jeep Show and 4x4 event. They would like to welcome all Jeeps, military vehicles, Broncos, Scouts, K5s, Land Rovers, Toyota Land Cruisers, FJ Unimogs, Expedition and Safari vehicles. They're going to have military reenactments out there. There's going to be obstacle course, camping available, trail riding, vendors, and food at the event. It's going to be at 815 Center Street in Cambridge, Iowa at the Off-Road Park. If you want more information, just go check them out or give them at the Iowa Jeep Show on Facebook, or you can always call them at 515-450-4604, 515-450-4604. That is going to wrap it up. We went a little long today. That's the first time we've ever done that, but I want to thank everybody for watching and listening on the app, and then listening and watching on Facebook Live. We appreciate you. Andrew and I will be back live Saturday, 7 to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on 1350 ESPN and Facebook Live. If you need anything, hit me up here on Facebook, or you can always shoot me an email right off the OutdoorCallRadio.com website, and I'll get right back to you. Until next time, be good to one another. We're all in it together, and I will see you soon. See you, everybody. All right, we did it. We got through it. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you watching on Facebook Live. Thank you so much, Chris. Good man. I just don't leave you. Yeah, he likes playing with those boots, Chris. That's for sure. Thank you, Don. I appreciate that very, very much. Everybody be good. Have a good rest of your week, and I will see you on Saturday. Until then, God bless you. Thanks, Kev. I appreciate you. I really do. Tell everybody about the app. It's always free on your device. If you need anything, let me know. Otherwise, I'll talk to you all soon. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.